Well, semi-welcome back. Obviously, I'm still here, and like I told you, we was going to make peach cobbler also, but this is a different video. So, most of you know the 1-1-1 recipe. That's the one I knew all my whole life. But as I started to really enjoy cooking instead of doing it because I had to eat or somebody needed something, I was like, I would do different things. And it, a cup of sugar, cup of flour, cup of milk, stick of butter, can of peaches. That's one I had my whole life. I guess about maybe 10 years ago. And I perfected that recipe. What we're going to need, a pan to put it in. Another one of the times I need my son to help me take my words. I think this is 9 by 13, but it might have the size on it. But I don't know. That's the size we're going to use, whatever it is. Anyway, we're going to use this pan. And I am going to still use a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, a cup of milk, and a stick of butter. But I do my butter a little differently. You'll see, I usually use about a stick and a half of butter. It just makes it better. Butter makes everything better. But I add like about a teaspoon of vanilla, 1 egg, and a splash of salt. And that wasn't in the original recipe of my nanny's. And probably hands down, my nanny was the best cook I knew, ever. I'm angry with me for not soaking her up and saying, how do you do that? Especially sweet potato pie. Nobody since has made her, only close, but not made her pie. They just, I need a whipping. But anyway, and then I guess my mama's next. One day I'm going to get on here and make some fried chicken like my mama. I've never done it, but she's going to help me, so I'll learn how to do it. But anyway, back to my peach cobbler. I told y'all this was a fourth, so I'm going to use 4 of these. And the reason I put that little extra is because they're not full. I could get a cup, but that's the ones that stay in there. A little splash of salt. And like I said, there ain't no right or wrong amount. Just however much you like. I kind of like it, so. I'm a salty person. All right, I'm going to take my first half of this butter. And it needs to be melted. Remember I told y'all what I do with the butter is different? I'm going to show y'all. But it makes it so good. I still got my sugar and my vanilla in there. But, like I said, I'm going to take about half this butter. And I'm going to soften it in the microwave. Vanilla, now I said about a teaspoon, but I just put some in there. It's about right. I'm guessing, so. With some sugar. This is a half a cup, so I'm going to need 2 of them. Alrighty, that's all our ingredients. My butter. I need to spray this. I always spray my pan too. Nobody told me to do that. I just learned that it helps. I need this butter to. Finish on melting. Put it back in there a little bit more. A cup of milk. I told y'all I had to cook. Old habits die hard. Those are some things my mama taught me. Go put it up when I'm through with it, and I won't have to mess clean up when I'm done. I don't know if that works for cooking shows, but it worked for my mama. My husband and I argue over whether he eats peaches or not. We're going to find out. He cleaned up his kitchen for me so he could have some peach cobbler, so I guess he likes it. And if y'all see that, it's kind of, comes out kind of liquidy. And if it's too liquidy, because I'm going to use some of my peach juice, it's 1 can of peaches. But I didn't have a big can, so I got these 2 little cans. But luckily, we had eaten some peaches and half of them was in the refrigerator, so I'm going to put them all in. So I just pour some of this juice on in here when I'm mixing up. It's good this was this way. And I think I'm going to put just a little bit more flour because this just ain't looking, it's looking awful thin. See, that's why I put that little extra when I go back, because when the ones ain't full, maybe I should use the big one. But anyway, I ain't going to change everything I do. It just ain't gonna happen. So you get this going. I'm gonna whisk it here in just a minute, just a little bit. I wasn't having to worry about that cornbread too much and them cooking at the same. I can do more than one when I'm not trying to make a video. Because I cook Christmas dinner, and you ought to see me when I'm in here about to go crazy. And I don't use any particular brand. There's maybe 4 or 5 things I'm die-hard on, but I'm not a label looker. My mother is. She is big time. And my nanny, who raised her, was worse than that. I mean, she was just, it's going to need a label or we don't need it. But they still eat my cooking, and I don't buy any particular one. You know, I told y'all I was going to spray the pan. Let me spray it. And you ain't got to go crazy with it. I just want to make mostly the edges. And then, I gotta wipe these off because it'll cook brown on there, and then Mace will fuss at me because I want him to clean it. I always cut up about half of my peaches. The other half stay big. So you try to be the lucky one that gets a good bite. But I do like to try to make sure that everybody gets the peaches. And you know, they don't put as much in a can anymore, so you have a problem there. Ooh, that's good peaches. I love peaches. That other can we're going to leave whole. That way that I was taught from my nanny's recipe, and the recipe that most of you probably know. Let's take this and pour it in there. And I'm going to take my melted butter and kind of place it around this. Gotta get it all now. Just make it good. This is gonna have to melt just a little bit more. Okay. Just kind of pour this. I'm trying to get where y'all can see it for sure. Just put it all around so that there's butter everywhere. In the old recipe, that's what you did. You just put your butter in there. Melt it or not. Some people just kind of chop it up with it. Either way, I'm showing y'all my recipe. Now you take these peaches and you just pour them in there. Save me 1 or 2 of these. They look good. And then you just put them in there. Make sure, you know, there's some everywhere. And you spread them out. I'm going to show y'all how it looks when it's going in. I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do with that butter. We don't do it yet. That was my key in getting it perfect. Put this, can y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see it. I'll make sure y'all see how it looks. I'll stir it around. Make sure there's some peaches everywhere because everybody wants a peach. Some people like the crust, but I don't told y'all, I just like to eat some. I'm going to slide this up in here. And we're going to have to keep a check on it because every so often, when it gets right, I'm going to cut this in little pats and put it all over the top. That's what's going to make it good. Save my peaches. Need my knife. Now I'm going to move this cornbread up to the top. It's about to get done. Foil I had to put in my oven because we got it clean and I'm messy. I done told y'all I'm messy. But anyway, I'm going to be back with y'all in a few minutes. Okay, because I have both these things cooking in this oven and I need to use my broil a little bit because I didn't turn my oven up, I'm going to flip this cornbread so the top will get brown. May or may not work, but we're going to go for it. All right, I'm going to show y'all about this peach cobbler that I told y'all I would. Because it's full of peaches. This is what I do. I ain't gonna take it all the way out. Stir that around just a little bit so that you have some gooey on top. It's almost ready. In about 2 minutes, I'm gonna take that cornbread out. But the peach cobbler is almost ready for what I was telling y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut my pats of butter, and we're just gonna put them all over it. You'll see, and it's gonna be good. It is oh. But anyway, I'm gonna cut them again, and you're gonna love it. Now this peach cobbler, I'll swear by it. Oh, it's good. I can almost taste it now. Just get my butter ready. You know, I'm new to all this stuff. I told you I wasn't tech savvy. We're going to get it down to an art like I did my cooking. And y'all going to be wild with it. Time to take that cornbread out. When I finish this, we'll get the cornbread out. Okay, I'm going to show y'all. This is almost ready for the butter. And I'm going to pull it out and let y'all see. Because you just have to do it enough to say, oh, it's ready. It's not ready, but it's getting close. As y'all can see, the cornbread was delicious. She made Dustin get his own. He couldn't have none of hers. I told her to go give him some, but that wasn't happening. And it's time for us to do our butter magic when I finish this little piece of cornbread. It is good. That's hot. Be careful because it's hot. Can y'all see that? Now we're going to take these little pats of butter I told y'all about. I usually just break them. I don't need that knife. And just make sure every little piece gets some. Because it's going to make it good and crispy. That's why I don't put my butter in it. Well, I put, y'all saw what I did. This is the key, y'all. Linda's over there waiting on it. She said she wanted more than cornbread. She's going to have some peach cobbler too. Y'all blame her? When y'all see it, y'all won't. You're like, no, I'd have waited too. Now I'm going to save just a few little pieces. Because when it comes out, remember when I told y'all I might use a little extra when it comes out, but it's like I got enough. I like to just put some on the top because when it's golden brown. So I'm going to save the rest of that. If you're going to cook, you got to wash your hands a lot. Especially if Linda's around. She is over there begging me for cornbread, y'all. Behind the scenes. Doing gestures. So I guess it turned out pretty good. There we go. And that cooks down in there. We're going to move it up top. Be back. Okay. Besides putting on tea while we was off, I moved this up to the top because I need the top to start getting brown. I'm going to try to get it out where y'all can see that it's, when it starts cracking, if y'all can see that, that's when it's time. It's doing right. In just a few minutes, we're going to put butter on top. Now we're up to the good part. I'm going to take this out of here. Y'all can see it's good and juicy. I'm going to use some butter. I'm going to put it up on broil. And I'll put it back in there and just brown it a little bit. This is, ooh, that was hot. That steam went up on me. Can y'all see it good? But anyway, I was making tea, and Linda and Dustin's arguing over the cornbread. Corey came in and played a few jokes. He's the one from the bottle cap leather. Y'all keep him in mind. Y'all hunt him down. Tell him I said so when you find him. All of this butter. Now we're going to put it back in the oven and just brown it. Then we're going to have some good peach cobbler. Okay, I want y'all to see this is getting ready. It's almost done. It's about done. I need to get over here and get this out of here before I burn it. I would be pissed. Excuse me, but I would. I cooked all this and went this far and burn it. Would I be mad? Because it's, oh, it looks so good. I turned that around so that other end will get brown kind of evenly. All right, I'm fixing to turn around and show it to y'all. I'm going to close this oven first. Mr. Technology, you're going to have to come to me because I can't lean this over. There's our final product. See ya. Don't that look good? Well, I'm going to tell you it's hot. But anyway, join us here again, and we're going to do it in the kitchen. I know I said bye, but y'all got to see how good this is. Well, I was going to show y'all, but I hate hot food. I hate it. Can't enjoy it. You got to be rolling it around in your mouth. But I'm going to show y'all. It's delicious. Y'all need to try it.